In summer, we spent 2 weeks travelling across Europe to document some incredible abandoned places that we can't explore in our own country. This old castle was one of the standouts.
Oh, this is crazy.
It felt as if we were stepping back in time, wandering through the untouched mansion, and we were amazed at every room. Join us to see what we discover inside.
Alistair,
What?
have you heard that 85% of people are not subscribed?
You're joking? They need to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to never miss a video. Subscribe to us on Patreon to watch the entire behind the scenes series of our European trip, available very soon exclusively on there. In this rural area of the Alps, where little occurs, we had visited solely for something unbelievable hidden behind this overgrown hedge. A castle that towers over its neighbours, straight out of a fairy tale. We had been informed that we would want to target this property on our summer trip to Europe this year. Its glorious turret connotes wealth and pride, so we wonder who may have inhabited the building during its lengthy history, whilst we circle the crumbling facade in search for an entrance. Eventually, we come across a gap that is so obvious that it concerns us for the state of the interior of the manor. If access was that simple and blatant, what will remain within the complex? It's very stripped down here.
I wouldn't even say this is stripped, you know. It's kind of...
It's like a basement.
Yeah, it's just... I think this is probably how it would have looked.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been flooring in. As you see, we're walking on dust. Yeah, but...
This is the main entrance, it seems.
Oh, would you look at that? Same design on the lighting fixtures as there was in the other chateau. There's a huge main central staircase. So many cobwebs in that window up there.
Although the spiral staircase was irresistible, we decided to complete the ground floor first, before ascending into the promised spaces above.
Someone's been keeping horses in here at some point. I don't know how. A lot of poo on the floor.
Okay. Changes drastically here. What the hell?
This is very weird. Not what you would expect.
No, it looked really old and then all of a sudden converted into like a modern flat.
There's new equipment in here. Oh, there's a bag there as well. Hello? You would assume someone would have heard us by now anyway. Oh, this is definitely lifting. Has to be. All these bags are very new. No mud, dirt or anything on them. And loads of stuff in. There's shoes and slippers in there. I'd assume the power works if people are in here. Oh, that answers that question. That's a good thing, because upstairs I assume it's very different. And if the power's working up there, then it could make it really special.
Hopefully the upper floors won't have been squatted through.
Judging by what I can just see now, I don't think that is the case.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh my god. Hopefully the power is working up here.
Oh, this is crazy.
Oh my, no way.
This literally looks like a film set.
No way.
All the furniture's so old.
This definitely tops the other one.
Yeah. From the strange, seemingly lived-in downstairs area, up the twisting stairwell, and we had been transported back in time. The dusty furniture was suitable for any museum, with many fascinating artifacts scattered over the mantelpiece and tables. That light bulb is totally smashed. It's a miracle it still works. It's really cool to look at the old details still here. Up close at the furniture. There's chess pieces there. Just like the little things. Beautiful woodwork on most of these pieces.
This kitchen's been smashed up, which is a shame. It's definitely safe to say people aren't living in this part at least. Having said that, there are still things left out, but I'd guess that's for photo purposes from other people perhaps. Still got a lot of bits and bobs in here though. This cabinet's pretty amazing. What I have just noticed. It's got full stained glass that survived as well, which is very impressive.
Even though in these sorts of abandoned sites you can never truly trust that the items haven't been organised in a photogenic way, it was the dated woodwork and old-fashioned equipment that was intriguing us, that appeared to be from centuries ago. This is bizarre. I wonder if the person who lived here was an artist, because these paintings all follow a similar style. Got the taxidermy ferret or stoat on the table, and look at this chandelier. Such a unique design. and one that I've not seen anything like in England. Cupboard is full of glasses and teapots and just really nice china work. So sad.
These are very film-esque. I'm assuming they're original, very old. But I was hoping it was going to have more of a satisfying pop. Perhaps this one will. Oh, that's a bit
Oh,
of
almost broke it there.
not satisfying at all.
Is there any smell at all?
I don't believe he's asked me to do this. So. No, nothing from, out of the ordinary. Just a bit musty.
They look straight out of like James Bond, doesn't it?
Exactly. Look how stacked that bookcase is.
There's so many.
The worth of some of this stuff in here is unthinkable. Oh my god. It is so cool.
That furniture around the table looks really old.
I think this one's definitely been set up, but it's still very cool.
Yeah. We were very curious to learn what had happened in the home that had caused it to be left with everything still inside, frozen in place. From experience, it tends to be stories of tragedy that enable a spectacle like this, but no matter how much digging we have done, we aren't certain why the castle has been forgotten. For us, it isn't right to make speculations, but we would be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments after looking at the structure now and thinking back on who may have lived here then. See what's up this end of the corridor. There's an empty room there. The first one that actually looks like it's not been set up. I like the coloured glass at the far end. Create some nice lighting. Wow. There's no piano. Again with those paintings, they must have some relation to the owner. You can even see there the canvas that the person was using to draw them. Look at this staircase. Spiral like the other, but made out of wood. Definitely a creaker. This is the final room on this floor. Probably gonna have to blur this out, but see someone was sat with a map. And I believe that's the area that we're in. Yeah, it is. I wonder if this top floor is the same. It doesn't look it right now.
It's like the first signs of vandalism, really. That door's absolutely Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, there's some bits. There's the posters on the wall. I wonder how many bedrooms this place had.
Nothing in here, but tile work around the window edge and this little sink is really nice.
It's got that wonderful terracotta ceiling you often see in old manors and mansions. Nice bed there. Every single room is painted a completely different colour. But yeah, there's little to see on this top floor. But this tells you it would have been a children's room, it seems.
Heading further up. Looks like a little bit of a collapse here. God, some of the rocks on the walls look a bit dodgy. Yeah, this is all held by beams. I don't particularly want to go step in here. But there is a way to the roof, perhaps. That might be quite cool. And officially at the highest peak now. This is the front-facing kind of castle turret structure. And what a view. This is incredible. See the mountains, the proper Alps off in the far distance.
At the top of the turret, we gazed over the stunningly picturesque landscape before us and considered how a property with views like this could fall into disuse. It had been a remarkable exploration, and an ideal one to endure on our European trip, documenting a place like none we had seen prior, in terms of condition, architecture and furniture. The castle had everything we were craving on our adventure. What is the future for the premises? The inhabitants on the lower level is a sign that someone is looking after the mansion, and we hope their stay is for the right reasons. Despite this, the higher we got, the worse the state of the brick walls and the wooden beams became, so if someone is to occupy the entire site again, some major refurbishment is in order. As for us, it was time to leave the magical grounds of the castle and move on to our next location. The view from the turret will definitely stick with us though, because we hope that the mansion won't remain a place of past life with furniture of old, but instead will become a home for someone as deserving as the incredible building. Here are some of our photographs of the abandoned castle. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We hope that you enjoyed the first episode from our recent Europe trip. The behind the scenes series we filmed on our adventure was the most in-depth we have shot, so if you want to know how we get around doing what we do, be sure to subscribe on Patreon down below. Another Europe video next week. See you next time.